Okay. Am I in the chat? I am in the chat. I am arranging my Pikachu. The reason I have a Pikachu for streaming is to hold my phone because the curve of the tail holds the pop socket nicely. Nobody's here yet, so I don't think anybody is actually hearing me. Ow. Yeah, just... Yay, coffee and protein bar. Okay, let us see. Remember to turn off the starting soon and tab into the game. Make sure the game is working. Can you hear me okay, Sharpie? And hit continue. Yay! Just saw that. It's so funny to me that every time I save inside the ship, the game boots me out of the ship when I come back. So let me fiddle with the controls a bit. Just kind of see how responsive they're being today. Okay. I'm trying pressing the attack button precise amounts of times instead of spamming to see how the moveset goes. Okay, you only really get, because if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't really get the fourth one because he has the 3 swings and the last one is kind of the big twirly one. Yeah, the graphics are really nice. I have it on the lowest setting, which is medium, and it's still a very pretty game. I don't think you made it into the earlier streams, but I was like, I mean, you made it into one of them, but I don't remember if any of the geology came up. But I've been like rubbernecking around talking about the strata and, you know, all that sort of thing. I don't know if Jabber was planning to show up, or I don't know how well I can, you know, kind of get around any of this without Jabber. I keep having to ask about the controls.
Almost makes this ship feel like a home.
But we found this plant earlier, and it grows when we go out and do missions and stuff. I don't really know what the lights on BD1 have been changing colors. I've seen blue, red, and green, and I don't know what any of them mean yet. I'm gonna ask Jabber if we should start without her. It will be somewhat more difficult without the assistance. I'm not really very good at figuring out where the game wants me to go. Now, do you say the same thing you said before?
Later, Cal. Please.
Okay. Yeah, no dialogue for her currently.
Yeah, now you're thinking, let's get out of here.
He is very small and cute. Okay, so Pagano, we are here and we can view the map of it. Over here is Dathomir, which Jabber's information is you can try going to Dathomir, but good luck. And this is Zeffo, where the game wants us to go to. It looks open world, but what it's actually doing is it takes a lot of world design inspiration, like not the look, but the layout from the Dark Souls series. So what you have is it looks kind of open world, but what it actually is there's a fairly linear path forward. There's some dead ends off the sides, and then it loops around a bunch, and you keep opening up shortcuts where you can get back to places you've already been. So the world sort of opens up as you explore. Hi, Jabber. I did not want to try and figure out this game on my own. I'm sorry. Yeah. The dead Jedi ghost guy that told us about places to go, he was saying that Dathomir is very ominous pause dark, and I was just sort of giggling because it's, you know, it is new canon, so obviously it's not courtship Dathomir, which I cannot blame them for resetting it, but, you know, they still, my understanding, I haven't actually, I've encountered the concept of Night Sisters in new canon. I forget if it was in Rebels or hearing things about Clone Wars or what. I think Darth Maul is from Dathomir, but, like, it's still, like, they still have the concept of Night Sisters, to my understanding. It's just not courtship Dathomir. Zeffo, derelict hangar, 12% explored. Now, I was trying to figure out how to fly to Zeffo. Yes, I know I'm here. Travel to planet is X. Press and hold again. I get so confused with all the press and hold in the menus.
Our great military is dedicated to enforcing the laws of the Empire, yielding to no one who seeks to destroy our galactic harmony.
You hear that garbage?
Turn it off, please.
Lying imps. Do you think anyone buys this junk?
Too many on the core worlds. Their daily lives haven't changed much since the Empire took over.
Oh, come on. Some of them are even richer than before. Not like the expendable worlds. Not like Laterra.
As long as the Emperor keeps the right people happy, it'll never stop.
That's why we need the Jedi.
Then we better get this holo thing fast.
Laterron is Grease's world.
Kids, sit down. We're here.
Okay, sit in my cockpit chair for landing. The cockpit is up here, so, I am going to assume this is my chair.
Think of a storm brewing down there. This might not be the best time to land.
Something strange. Those winds are interfering with our comms.
Hey, Cordova mentioned something about peace in the eye of the storm. Well, I can just make out a settlement in the middle of it.
Then we have to get there.
Copy that.
Eno Cordova is the dead Jedi who told us to go here. I do not remember how much of the story Sharpie has seen.
Unless Wimp picks up. Can you tell that bucket of balls to keep his opinion to himself?
I'm sure everything's under control.
Of course, it's under control. It's just a little tricky.
Yeah, the ship is named the Mantis. I do not know anything about the class or manufacturer.
Huh. Perfect landing. Easy money, baby.
But I'm still getting a lot of interference on the comms. It's gonna take me a minute to get them back up.
I'll search for signs of Cordova in the meantime.
Good. I'll be in touch once I crack this.
Yeah, no problem. Time zones are a thing.
Cal, over here. You did good work on Bogano. The more information we gather on Cordova and the Zeffo, the closer we'll get to stopping the Empire.
I've heard of ancient cultures, but don't know much about them.
I only knew that Cordova was obsessed with the Zeffo, believing their teachings to be important. I, too, was intrigued by the mysteries of our galaxy. You better get moving. There's a lot to learn here. Good luck.
Sierra here used to be a Jedi, but has cut herself off from the Force. She has not explained why yet. I assume we find out at some point. Okay, I guess I'm not going outside yet. I'm not really sure what they want me to do here. Nothing changed back here. Do I need to interact with Sierra again?
I can see you two have been through a lot. It's not easy.
No, it's not. But I think of those who believed in me at one point. If I give up on myself, then I give up on them. I'm sure you have a few of those.
Prof, friend on Braca. He sacrificed himself so I could live.
He believed in you. A lot of people depend on you, even if they don't know it yet. Keep going, Cal. For Prof. For everyone.
Okay, I don't see Grease anywhere. Okay, I was looking on the wrong side for the door. I'm a dumbass. I'll learn. Okay, we have a landing pad. No, I'm not a dumbass. We opened the other door this time. Okay, that makes me feel better.
Good work. Oh,
Here we are.
We did it. I hope you're not hurt. What are you looking at?
Who are you talking to?
The ship, obviously.
Just my ship, the Mantis. Good name, right? Intimidating. Oh, what do you know? You probably never even flown a ship. Maybe I'll teach you one day when you're done with your Jedi stuff. I'll even give you a discount.
It's dangerous being on the run, huh?
You're telling me. You lose someone?
His name was Prof. Traded his life for mine.
Sounds like a tough, strong guy. Not far from myself.
He was. Since the day I stepped foot on Braca, he watched over me. Never complained.
Never complained? On that trash heap?
I just hope he didn't do it for nothing.
They never do, kid. They never do.
Nice landing, Grease.
Me? Oh, yeah. Not a problem. It's easy for a skilled pilot like myself, especially when flying a ship like this. This baby was a steal. Well, I mean, I didn't steal it. I bought it. Well, almost. I mean, I took out a small loan. Big loan, actually. No, it's fine. Look, we're all fine. Don't worry about it. Don't you have Jedi stuff to do? Get to it, kid.
Yeah, in Mass Effect, the ship has 4 floors, and there's an elevator, and the different doors open different ways. And in one of the games, I forget which one, but it's bugged so that they don't line up properly, and you go out the. It basically feels like you're in 2 ships back to back because one of the doors opens the wrong way. Anyways. See what's back here. Nothing much. Ooh, a crate.
Hey now. What is it?
New BD1 skin acquired. Okay, let's see. So we have his regular look. We can make him yellow like a bee, which is a DLC skin. And then we can make him blue like this. I kind of like that look. He matches my current poncho. Okay, guys, I apologize. I did go to the bathroom before I started the stream, but I need to pause again. I will be back in a minute. Let me mute. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay. And making sure I still have... Okay, controller's working. Wall run. I keep forgetting I have the force slow and block powers. I'm really not used to using my bumpers or triggers pretty much at all. I mean, in Breath of the Wild you use them, but you know, holding a Switch is very different from holding an Xbox controller. There is never enough of hobby. This is very true. Thank you, Sharpie. Okay, so that is openable, but I don't know if it's the path forward. That might be the path forward. But let's take a look in here first. Not sure if Jabber can read that for us. Looks like the first word is no, so it's probably no admittance or something. No entry, something like that. Bumpers were designed to be triggers. Okay. Derelict hangar. What'd you find? And where did you find it? Ah, here we are.
Scanning again? Nice job.
Storage crate. Sturdy storage containers to transport fragile goods. The outside is made of a heavy metal that can easily withstand Zeffo's high winds. Imperial excavation. Here's another crate.
Hey! Something was in there.
No public access. Awesome. Ooh, another new poncho material. So, let's see. This one is Bravo. I wish I could rotate him. I keep wiggling my right stick and it does nothing. The boxes say Nerf fur. Let's see. Do we want to switch to the new poncho for a new planet? Honestly, I kind of like the jacket look with no poncho, but that is not very Cal. Let's try the new poncho for a minute. Why not just say Durasteel? No idea, but I think I just heard someone start shooting. I think I got too close to this wall and triggered the guys behind the other door. And we have a door here as well. So let's take a look at our map. Ah, so both of these doors are actually marked as blocked, so I guess if I click on them, they will not open. Let's test that, because I am nosy. Door is locked from the other side. Is the other one also a shortcut back? Practicing my dodges. Also locked from the other side. Okay, so those are both going to be Likely shortcuts back later. So that tells me that this is our only actual path forward. Skinny Box says turbine. I really appreciate having you to read all the environmental stuff. That's so cool. And you said these ones say Nerf fur, right? Here we find some geology. Got some flags showing which way the wind is blowing. I see a wall run wall up there that I'll eventually probably reach. Ooh, this is very much styled off the Scottish or Irish coast, I think, with all the moss on those rocks. But the view down into the mountaintops, not so much. But you can see that this planet has been a lot more tectonically active because the whole, when you get a flat, angled kind of hill like that one, it means it was originally laid down as sediment and then it got tilted. I've never actually seen a picture of a Nerf. Got a little path. Yeah, this is very British Isles. A lot of it reminds me of the Highlands, or I haven't been to the Highlands, but where I've been to is the Appalachians in the U.S., which are actually part of the same mountain chain from before the Atlantic formed and split them. I feel like I should know what rock this is, but I'm not. When you're looking at a weathered rock with just your eyes, it can be really hard to tell what it is. You usually want to, get your hands on it, take a rock hammer to it if you're allowed, and break off a chunk, kind of see what it looked like before it was weathered. But obviously I can't do any of that with these, but they do look very realistic. Parts of Cornwall? That makes a lot of sense too, yeah. Okay, let's cross this. Now, are those guys attacky guys or runaway guys? They look pretty pointy, so I'm going to guess they're going to attack me. Yeah, I can target onto them.
Watch out, BD. They don't look friendly.
Ooh, they eat stormtroopers, though. Tactical guide updated, stormtrooper. Oh, there are a lot of types of enemy on this planet. Looks like granite. That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm a little puzzled because of the way that very flat hillside looks more sedimentary, but Yeah, it does. The parts that aren't flat look very granite-ish. May attack efficiently in large numbers. A lightsaber will reflect shots back at them. Imperial stormtroopers are the frontline soldiers of the Galactic Empire. Ow. Conscripted from worlds across the galaxy, they've been trained to support the might of the Imperial war machine and to identify threats indiscriminately. Armed with a variety of weapons, including long-range blaster rifles, they are most efficient in large numbers where they may prove overwhelming, I'm sure.
Cal, can you hear me?
The Empire. They found Zeffo.
If they were following the Mantis, we would have been swarmed already.
Could they be looking for the tombs?
Let's hope not. Just got our comms working. I'll try the same workaround to crack into theirs.
Now, what is that blinky-majigger? That's another door. Also locked from the other side. That's not a helpful place to project the map, BD1. Okay, let's see. So that's going to be another shortcut, and then our path ahead goes around here. You know something I don't? Obviously. A lot of granite around Edinburgh. And around the southwest. Yeah, I know that up around Glasgow and Aberdeen, along that whole fault, Loch Ness and the other lochs that form the, I can't remember the name of it, but that whole chain, the canal that runs from Glasgow to Aberdeen, that area was part of the same ancient mountain range as the Appalachians, or Appalachians. I've heard it both ways. So, and those, I think, I don't remember. It's been too long since I had any of my geology textbooks. But what I do know is that they're so old that when you look at them on the map, especially part of the Appalachians around Pennsylvania, when you look at them from like a satellite map, you can see the roots of the mountains like wood grain that's been planed. You can see where they were, because they were so much higher and they've been eroded down. Ow! I'm going to run out of force power at this point. Those mixed up button prompts are going to keep confusing me.
Another one?
Because it actually wanted me to spam what is now labeled on my controller as Y. Or, no, what I'm thinking of as I don't know, I'm so turned around. Yeah, the Great Glen. So many shortcuts and a great many long cuts. Scaz, capable of 2 different attacks, will bite at prey's heel or lock them down with a leap that cannot be blocked. Opportunistic, often surrounding prey when they're locked down. Scaz are most commonly found in the shade of dark areas where they can maintain cooler body temperatures. Due to poor vision, they are especially vulnerable in bright light. They're most dangerous in packs, often biting and locking their jaws onto prey, providing an opportunity for the others to strike. Okay, my health isn't too bad yet. And I can see from here what look like a couple of possible ways to go, but one of them isn't marked as being a way forward. Can we actually get anywhere from here, or... Let's see. That was weird. That was me getting mixed up with my buttons again. I don't like this place. It feels very cramped and like something's going to jump on me. There's a scanway up there. Can I climb up to it? I don't see a climb from this direction. Ooh, I like the stalactites. I'm so going to get attactified. This place is spoopy.
The mother used this fabric to keep her child warm. They were on the run from something.
A piece of fabric used by a mother to protect her child. They were on the run, trying to escape from something. It's nice that this game is fairly linear with the pathfinding, because otherwise I would not be able to find my way around here at all. Okay, this I think I should be able to jump across if I can see it. There we go. Looks like it's going to kill me, but it's not. I will, however, become utterly lost. Well, if I die before I find a bonfire, I'm going to be put all the way back at the Mantis. Okay, let's try this. Okie dokes. Hit that up.
Never thought I'd be so happy to see a crate. It fits. Thank you, BD.
So I'm getting a sense that in order to find these stim canister upgrades, I basically have to explore dead ends. Okay. Anything else I need from here? Is that a drop down? Yeah, that looks like a drop down to the way I came in. So this is kind of how the map works, Sharpie, since you were asking. Assuming I'm right about where I am. Because I saw this crate, I had to go around the whole map to get it. But now that I've retrieved everything in this cave, I can just hop down and go right out again. And I'm pretty sure should be able to get back. Yeah, there we are. I'm still very much not good at the parkour. I have to stop after every jump and think about it. Okay, let's check out our map again. So now we explored this little cavey area. You can see that we went in here, across there, jumped up these, and then came right back out again. So now we can follow the actual path forward, which is this one. And there's that wall run spot I called out a minute ago. Very nice. Okay. Sec. Alrighty. So there we are. Now I'm on the roof of where I was before. And I suspect if I go down these stairs there will be stormtroopers, since I heard them before. The game does autosave, but it can put you pretty far back if you die, so... Okay, we have now looped back around to one of those shortcuts that we found. Okie doke. This is the one that was outside of the building, so we have not yet found the shortcut that was inside the building. That probably goes into this hill that I see. So let's check our map again. Yeah, we can now see that we kind of unlocked this little area, and we'll be coming back to it a couple of more times later. Yeah, it's a very atmospheric place. Derelict hangar, 62% explored, 2 of 3 chests, and 1 of 1 secret. Zeffo, only 2% explored. This is a big planet. Okay, so we came from that a ways. So I'm gonna have to block some stormtroopers. I'm still kind of getting the hang of like how to hold my controller because it's so differently shaped than a Switch in handheld mode. Now, are those guys facing me? I think those guys are facing me, so I'm gonna have to reflect their blaster bolts back at them once they see me. Or they might let me get a bit closer and go, who goes there? Got a bunch of interesting...
The Jedi is here.
Oh, yep. Just spamming the block button works fairly well to parry at this difficulty. Now, I was trying to look at these Neolithic pots or whatever they are. They do really nicely with the kind of archaeological detailing, but I'm not an archaeologist, so I'm not as familiar. Got a nice flag on the wall. All planets are big unless you're the little prince. You know what I mean. It's a big playable area. What do you want now, BD1?
Oh?
Databank updated. Warning. This area is off limits. Imperial Code 94364. No selling or trading. And I can guess that the bottom part actually says no selling or trading. This area, yeah, this area is off limits. Not that I can read it, but I have a little bit of cryptographic experience in at least guessing ciphers. Now, I thought I saw a doorway. That one doesn't even have an interact prompt. Verbatim from the Orabesh? Awesome. I think my friend Susan must have showed me a bit of Zeffo a long time ago, because this kind of mountainside walkway with stormtroopers shooting, that feels familiar. I hope I get a save point soon, though. Abandoned village. Oh, I was gonna hear what they were saying, but I moved and tripped it off. Is that a squeak-through area? No. Oh, this looks like I have to slow it and then jump across it. No. Other bumper.
Is anyone there? What's that noise? Did I spot it? Scare me.
Maybe I should. Got the block and stagger that time. I'll make a Souls player of me yet.
Fight 'em! Come on, coward! I knew it would end like this.
Sorry. That's here I found something to scan, Beep, but where are you? Let's get another look at the map. Okay, I came in from over here. Or somewhere. Looks like there are a couple of ways to proceed over there, so let's rubberneck around this area first. Ah, we can scan this.
It's all lies. The Empire just wanted this land.
Eviction notice. Civilians must immediately report for relocation. Looters will be shot. In accordance with Imperial Code 94364, no selling or trading without proper authorization and explicit consent. This property and its belongings are now under the protection of the Galactic Empire. General Marcon, 201st Squadron. Love when he stabs him through the crotch. And there's a little path up there. It looked on the map like I might be able to see around here. Yeah, there's a little area back here. Got a Force Echo.
Take her and go. I'll lead them away.
Ulster, no!
So we're getting the story of the villagers that were deported from here. A bag left by a family as they became separated. The father caused the distraction, allowing the mother to escape with their child. And then this door also does not open. And then we can get through behind here. So if I was having trouble with these Stormies, I would be able to sneak through here and kind of get them from the back. That looks like it goes to another area, so let's see if I can get up here first. Might not be able to. There's another no selling or trading sign.
An enemy here? I'll get you.
Scout Trooper. Can block limited lightsaber attacks. Oh, so this is one of the melee ones. But defense is easily diminished. I see they have the sort of like shield baton lightsabery things that were introduced in The Force Awakens. Oh, I got another skill point. That'll be useful when I finally find a bonfire. Easily defeated in single combat, but dangerous in numbers. I hate this font. Imperial Scout Troopers are specially trained stormtroopers in service to the Galactic Empire for a range of missions. They are equipped with light armor for greater mobility and specialized helmets that allow for greater adaptability. Armed with electro riot batons when blasters are identified as insufficient. They are especially skilled in melee combat, crowd control, and defense against a lightsaber. Oop, excuse me. Okay, now where am I? I am not seeing an obvious way to get up to that top yellow area. They still have stupid helmets? Yeah. Yeah, and this is that back way around that I could take. Can't get up there, right? No.
How'd you get down there?
I am getting better at the parries. How did I get down here? Let's see, check the map again. Let's try going right first. Got another eviction notice. Ah, this looks like my way up there. Here's a crate.
I hear you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, really?
Oh no. Now he looks mad. I won't let you kill me.
The only way I can kill you is if you shoot at me.
Hey,
And you don't get chest opening immunity. That's also very Dark Souls. New outfit material acquired. Okay. So, let's take off the poncho. No. Also the wrong button. I can change my outfit's color in the pause menu. I am trying. So, okay, A to select to change this. And then change into just the jacket. And then B, and then outfit, and then other outfit. Okay, so we go from sort of a darker color to a sort of a lighter. Well, we may as well change into... Wrong button again. May as well change into the new one and see how it... I will get the hang of the buttons eventually, but having only fixed my button layout last stream, I have some mixed muscle memory here. So, poncho, and then... Yeah, those sort of go together. I look a lot muddier than I did before. So I can access that whole area. Is this? What's in here? This looks like it leads down to that other shortcut I saw. Ooh, and a bonfire. Okay, I'm at about half health. Now, do I want to rest and have those enemies respawn, or do I just want to heal for now? I might just want to heal, but first let's hit skill tree. Right, I completely forgot I had my dash strike. Empowered slow might be useful if I'm going to have to do more platforming shit where I have to slow the thing down. I think I'll take that one. The other options being evasive kick, which I'm not good enough at dodging to get. Sprint strike also seems complicated. Or superior blocking. I think I'm going for empowered slow first. And if I hold right bumper, I slow for longer. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm not going to rest just yet. This is always the, I'll
Need some
heal.
meds, BD1.
This is always kind of the decision loop of, this isn't like a full Dark Souls game because or a full Souls-like, because they have a pause button and different difficulties, but it takes a lot of inspiration from those. Shortcut unlocked. Yep, here we are. And so now we can go through here if we want. Or we can go back up here. And over here. Thankfully, I do not have to put any effort to balance on this. He just stands on it by himself. Otherwise, this would not be a game I would play. Now, can I jump that yet? Probably. And then I would, yeah, pathfind on over there. And I can get there, but I can also probably, if I'm careful, get across here. I don't know that I can get over there yet, or perhaps at all. This thing might be interactable later. It's yellow, and that often means something interactable in this game. But it might just be decorative. It's possible that I can jump across here. Worth a shot. Yes. Ah. So I could get there directly from here. And I can get back this way. But I can also kind of get forward that way from what I was seeing. So let's take a look over there. Now, can I jump to that? Just barely. Sorry, killed you too fast to get your dialogue.
Hey. What's that, BD1?
New lightsaber sleeve acquired. Duty and Resolve. The last one was named Valor and Wisdom. That doesn't open. Now, I am opening my map a lot more on this planet. Okay, there's a way to go ahead through there, so I might drop down first. Let's see, thinking out loud here, because I can see that I can't, that will eventually be a way to go forward once BD1 is fixed, but I can't access it yet. But I might drop down and take care of these stormtroopers, clear anything in this area, and then my path would be up here again, around here, and back through here. So, let's take a look. We can see a couple of troopers, and yeah, a broken bridge we can't fix yet. Don't know if there's anything else we want down there, but it'd be good to take a look anyway. So let's start by dropping back down here. Trying to make sure I haven't skipped any areas. Yeah, I did that area. I am usually fairly good at pathfinding in real life.
Hostile under us. Moving back. Take him down. I missed him.
Okay, get the scan. Scout Trooper Commander. Able to block, parry, and use specialized spin techniques. Yeah, I was noticing he was blocking me as well. Stronger stamina than their subordinates, which is why I had to stagger him a little bit more. Scout Trooper Commanders lead squads of specially trained stormtroopers into combat for the Galactic Empire. Scout commanders armed with riot batons are extremely adept in melee combat and should not be taken lightly. Yeah, I think I'm starting to kind of get the hang of combat that involves timing. Can't get in there. This is going to need whatever the red power is that we haven't unlocked yet. Steps look almost like slate. Yeah, this place looks very British Isles inspired. I'd say especially Ireland, Scotland, maybe a little bit Cornwall, like you mentioned. You've got a lot of the way the buildings look with these rounded carvings reminds me of kind of northern Scotland, the Neolithic, and you know, the buildings in like the Faroe Islands, and the granularity, the texture of the stone is, I feel like this is a different stone than the one we saw in the mountain paths. Maybe more of a limestone? I'm not sure. It's really making me want to get my hands on it, which is very frustrating when it's a computer screen. Here's something. Another Force Echo.
Where are you taking us?
The Empire's forced the villagers from their homes. Frightened refugees, shipped off to work camps. Or worse.
A pack left. No, I saw that one. Yeah. Okay. A pack left by villagers forced from their homes by the Empire and shipped off to labor camps or worse. So you can see, if I knew where I was going, I could breeze through these areas a lot faster. Oh, there's another bonfire up there. But taking the time to explore every dead end and cranny is getting me a lot more of the lore and, like, codex entries. And this handy spot lets me drop down right where I want to jump back up so that I can get back to the path forward that I noted before. You're used to Kentish ragstone being carved into block, not having whole buildings carved out of it. Yeah, finding Luke on one of those remote islands was in movie 2 in The Last Jedi. You don't find ragstone in granite areas. You think it might be a sandstone adjacent rock. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the common name ragstone, probably because I did not go to school for geology in Britain. Okay, so let's ease on ahead. And then let's see. So we can see that the next bonfire is up there. We're going to have to jump across. But there's this whole next area to explore first. Let's get a look at the map again. Now you can see in the background that stormtrooper is still moving while the map is open. I can't swear to it, but I think the game might not be paused while the map is open. Somewhere where the puffins are. Yeah, I cannot remember whether it was the Pharaohs or the Hebrides or one of the other island areas, but it was one of those. So, let's see. I think I'm going to have to jump down and across, and this guy is probably placed for a plunge attack. So, let's see. There we are.
This'll be fun.
Really? Fun for somebody, maybe. Scomp link must be repaired to operate that crate there. So I can't access that yet. That doesn't open. That I can't access until I have whatever the red force power is. A hard gray limestone found in the southeast. That makes sense. Where I grew up in Indiana, our limestone mines are the limestone is white or very light beige, not gray. So when it comes to gray limestone, I'm always having to take a second and remember that they are both limestone. And I'm halfway to another skill point already. Now that I've done that area and don't have to move back through it again, I think I'm gonna rest. There we go. Now, is this another one that says no public access? What does the top part of it say? I don't have a guess because it looks like one long word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters? 9 letters, I think. Emergency has 9 letters, but No, it can't be that because there's not E in the first and third places. Sorry, I'm like rubbernecking all around here. This is so cool. Restricted. That makes sense. Okay, what do we have going on in here? Turbine facility. I wish I didn't have to hold a button to keep the light on. That's annoying. Let's get a look at the map. Okay, looks like there are two ways to go and they both have paths forward at the end of them. I don't know which way to pick. Flip a coin? I honestly don't know. Oh, there's some more signs. They might not quite be legible, I guess. Let's see. Wall running in the dark. Beautiful. And a possible jump at the end? I'm not sure. Okay. I'm getting some weird lag, but let's check the map again. Okay, so now this has updated to show us that there's going to be a locked door there, but let's go to it and see if there's anything else that we can access. Now that's where I just came from, right? Yeah, and then I... Scared me, little guy. What are we scanning?
My friend, in the rotation since I left Bogano, I've uncovered more about the Zeffo than I once believed possible.
Was that all? I might have cut it short by letting go of my lightsaber. My friend, yeah, I cut it really short. Well, in the rotation since I left Bogano, I've uncovered more about the Zeffo than I once believed possible. This planet, their homeworld, has been a revelation. It appears many, yet not all of the Zeffo could wield the Force. They called it the Life Wind, and those who wielded it, sages. 3 names appear with frequency, which I will not swear I can read properly. Aelram, Mictril, Kujat. Wait, am I able to replay it in his voice? It says A for play.
My friend.
Oh, good.
In the rotation since I left Bogano, I've uncovered more about the Zeffo than I once believed possible. This planet, their homeworld, has been a revelation. It appears many, yet not all the Zeffo could wield the Force. They called it the Life Wind, and those who wielded it, sages. 3 names appear with frequency. Aelram, Mictril, Kujet. It seems these sages held esteemed positions within their culture. I've I've informed the consul to lukewarm reception. They have become too focused on Jedi history, but the history of the Force belongs to us all.
Yep. I'm glad you can replay the recordings. That's helpful. Okay, let's see. Map. Locked from the other side. So we will eventually get a shortcut back there. I can see that this place is going to be even more of a maze once we have all the shortcuts. Is this... Yeah, this looks like a dead end. So we're probably going back towards the other path. Spaceport and windmills? Excellent. Yeah, Star Wars names and in this font that I can't read very well anyways. Not a fun time. Okay, and getting back, I think is going to require a wall run with a jump at the end in the dark. Very fun. Okay, my lightsaber doesn't go out when I do that. That is good to know. Seriously? Okay. So, we explored the right-hand path and found that it leads to a shortcut. And now we can explore the left-hand path. Whew. Turbine facility 50% explored. Zeffo 5% explored. This is a big-ass locale. I'm glad I have you guys for company. I would not be enjoying this much on my own. Now, is this climbable? No. That's probably a drop down that we'll come back to at the end of the level to get back out of the cave. For now, we can get across here. Oh, there was another label. That's another restricted, no public access. Spoopy. What's that one say? Are you able to read it at that size? Looks like 4 or 5 letters. I don't know. Okay, map. I think I should be able to jump across to that dead end for a crate. And then forward this way to whatever awaits us next. Active operation. Excellent.
What do we find?
New lightsaber material acquired. Copper. I'll take a look at that when we're back on the ship and have a workbench. All this having to use my lightsaber as a flashlight is slightly helping me remember which bumper is block. I headed the right way? Yeah, just didn't look this long. Lights! Yay! That's much better. Okay, and then I can jump across here. Check our map again. And this looks like it comes out above. Yeah, I think I know approximately where I am. Yeah, above the whole area I explored before. I am going to set things down for just a minute because it's getting late afternoon here and the sun is coming in my window directly into my eyes. I'm not going to bother to tab out to OBS, so there will be some weird noises while I do that. Okay, I'm back. Sharpie, I see you sent me a wiki page on Kentish Ragstone in the Discord. I will be happy to read that later. Thank you. Whew. Okay. And this path.
Someone over there?
That ledge protection is saving my ass, I will give it. Oh, here's another slow platforming puzzle. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously? Are they all dead now? This is obnoxious. So I'm probably going to have to slow it, run up it, jump onto the middle part, slow it again, and run down. I hate platforming. I really hate platforming. But you see what I mean about the strata, right? Like that angle, it looks like it was all laid down at once and then pushed up and eroded. This isn't going away if I try to ignore it. Okay, so it starts coming down. It gives me a rumble to kind of time it with. Okay, there's a platform here. That's slightly... Okay. Ah, wrong button. That was not nearly...
Looks like a problem.
I did hit B. I hit B.
I'll check it out.
Philac. When provoked, Philac's low vision makes it difficult to change course, often crashing into rocks when charging. Philac hooves adapted to keep them steady in mountain passes, making them resistant to the push and pull of Zeffo's high winds. Philacs are masterful climbers, able to move with ease on mountain paths. Solitary by nature, they leave their mother's side early to find their own territory. The horns on their heads are their greatest weapon. When two Philacs clash, the sound thunders across the mountains. As they age... Okay, how do I page down? As they age... Ah, right stick. Their horns steadily grow, adding a new ring for each year of their lives. So these are Star Wars mountain goats. Or mountain sheep, possibly. One or the other. Okay, I should heal. I almost died.
Much better.
But I didn't die, and he did. I think he was probably supposed to kill me. More stormtroopers, more fiddly-wutsits, some really interesting terrain. Looks like a mountain goat crossed with a moose. You died to that guy so many times. Yeah, I'm trying... You know, like I've said, I'm kind of thinking about buying Elden Ring when it goes on sale later this month, and I'm kind of trying to use this to figure out if I can even play that sort of a game that requires a bunch of... Okay, Seek the Eye of the Storm. That requires a bunch of timed dodges and, like, really precise combat. Seek the Eye of the Storm. Through there and... all the way over here. Got a few more stormies. I think I see another bonfire, but it's all the way up there, so we'll see what happens. By the way, Sharpie, I keep calling the meditation spots bonfires because that's the Dark Souls term.
I'm hungry.
Okay, so that closest guy is probably positioned for a plunge attack. Yep.
Intruder there. Let's give him a thrashing. Don't let up. Looks like he's weak. Too fast.
Great. And now I'm going to be all the way back at that last bonfire, and the goat will have respawned. And I lose all my XP and have to kill one of those stormtroopers to get it. Don't know which one. But at least the lights are on in here now. And let's check the map. I think I know which way. Yeah, I'm headed the right way. Okay, and that little place where I got that crate is the same place I could drop down to get back to the opening. Oh, wrong button. Ah, if I wait a minute, the little guys will kill that stormtrooper. The rocket troopers are a pain in the ass at first. I got farther than you would have. Yeah, I did not notice there was a rocket trooper, but anything called a rocket trooper, as you will learn if you play Mass Effect, anything called a rocket trooper is a pain in the ass. Now, there is another of those rat guys here. Where, he jumped straight out of that hole at me. And I have to do the fucking platforming again. I objecteth. I have not yet gotten the hang of my new force power with the hold strong attack. It's a very different. I don't think I've ever played a video game before where there was combat but I didn't have any kind of ranged attack, because Breath of the Wild is mostly melee, but you do get a bow. This one, I have to think very differently because I can't snipe anybody from a distance. The only time I have a ranged ability is if they're shooting at me and I can parry them. And the rest of the time, if I go into the range of a ranged enemy, I'm vulnerable. Let's see how this goes again. Okay, I can kind of retreat a little bit. There isn't really cover, but if I hug the right side, there might be a little bit of cover. Let's start with that guy.
He's damaged. We've got this. I should move fast. Stop it. I need to reload. Just you and me, scum.
Help! Stim!
Okay, but now I have a little cover from this guy. So I have to figure out how I counter a rocket trooper. Oof. Let me wipe my hands a bit, grab some water. So I can dodge not very well. He mentioned that he had to reload, so I think my play is to bait out his attacks until he does have to reload, and then jump across and engage him at close range. I think. But I didn't get my XP back from killing any of those guys, so either it's just gone because it didn't fall to a boss enemy, or killing this guy as the last of the guys in the area is what's going to give it back. That's really frustrating if it's just gone, though, so we'll see. Let's actually heal again. Okay, so... Okay, let's get his rhythm. Don't know why that one. Okay, I got it back from him. And it turned into a skill point. Beautiful. Now I have to... Oh God, multiple platforms? Jesus fuck. Extremely pretty scenery, though. Very interesting. I can't think where I've seen this before. Okay, I can at least get to the middle of this turbine-a-majigger and kind of see what I'm working with from there. So let's get to the edge, let's time it up. Wrong timing. Okay, and then that one is just broken and stuck. So as long as I freeze this one at the right angle, I should be able to get to it. The controller rumble is still extremely distracting. Ow. Are we still having fun? Whew. God, I hate platforming. I'm not going to enjoy those things either. I'm going to fall to my death so many times. I think I'm having fun. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty quiet in Jabber's stream yesterday, just kind of hanging out and listening to the background noise. Okay, let's get the timing of this. Yeah, I think I remember Susan showing me this part. It didn't look fun then, and it's not. I mean, it's not that it's not fun. I'm not sure. It's not fun enough to stop playing. But I have had very little platforming practice in my life, and I am very easily annoyed by things that I don't immediately get the hang of. Examine. I saw a left stick examine button for, or a right stick examine button for a second, but it seems to be gone. I don't know what I was going to examine.
Whoa. That's gotta be one of the Zeffo.
Ah.
Guess we're on the right track, huh, BD?
More monumental alien creatures. Still not a fan of this section, but you very much enjoyed the game. I'm getting better at the platforming. That's good to hear. More Stormies. Now, can I see? I don't know how to see whether I'm out of force power. Have to put a bunch of different things in for the different types of player. I'm doing great. Thank you. Yeah, and this... Yeah, the parry timing is forgiving enough that I am really starting to get the hang of that part at any rate. In Breath of the Wild, the most common parry timing is 2 frames, and you cannot adjust it. So, and if you miss, your shield breaks. So, I struggle a lot with that one. I tend to have to put down a bunch of hard saves before practicing it. Oh, shortcut. What map? Let's see. Shortcut. Okay, this is the shortcut we found in that cave where we turned right instead of left. Nice. If I go back to that bonfire now and heal, these enemies will be back. But on the other hand, I am down to 2 stims. And it takes 2 to fully refill my health at this point. So, I don't know. I think I might cut back there and save. Door closing startled me. Survivor doesn't have fishing, but it has fish collecting. You'd think they'd run out of Stormies? Well, That's why they have to kidnap and brainwash them. They can't rely on just plain recruitment. Now, am I going the right way still? Yeah, here we are. Oh, right, and I have a skill point anyway. Let's spend that. No, which is subjugation? The having to brainwash stormtroopers, or let's see. I still haven't actually tried out my dash strike. I don't have enough skill points for leaping slash. I could get superior blocking, which might help now that I'm getting the hang of blocking. Attacking after a dodge allows him to kick. Attacking out of a sprint. I think I will take superior blocking. There we go. Block stamina increased. And then 1, 1, and 2. And then I assume as I move along I will acquire more things in the skill tree to buy. The brainwashing to get new Stormies? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and rest, because I don't know when I'm going to find another new bonfire. Ow. Okay, and now we go back in here. And this away. I'm trying to get smoother with the platforming and like not just stop and consider everything before every time I turn around. Let's see, so map again. Yeah, I'm facing the right direction. There will be Stormies. So are you. Stormtrooper Commander. Yeah, the chat, there's about a 20-second delay between what I say and when you hear me say it. So it's, the conversation can get kind of overlapping. Commands nearby stormtroopers, allowing focused and synchronized fire on targets, equipped with grenades. Stormtrooper commanders lead their battalions into combat for the Galactic Empire. Recruited from countless systems, they have been trained to support the oppressive power of the Imperial war machine. Their strategy and proficiency with an array of weapons allow them to coordinate attacks, command group maneuvers, and launch deadly assaults. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I seem to get new skill points at a fairly good clip anyway. This looks like I'm going to slide. Now, are they dead? They might be dead. So I suspect I slither down here. Yep.
Did you see that too? You intruder! Halt!
I zipped past you. I don't even know where to halt. Okay, looks like now I can backtrack up here and fight them if I want to.
Who's back there?
I don't see you. Where are you?
Drop your weapon.
Ah, another rocket trooper. Fun times. Let's slide back down. Now, what do I hear dinging? Very British. Snow and ice in the spring. Yeah, it is very British. The flowers, I am not much of a botanist, but I bet you could identify these exact flowers if you were. It's like what? Maybe some loosestrife and primroses? Ow. Ouch. Loosestrife ought to be fall, though. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Ow. Oh, there's another swingy-majigger. And then some more of those obnoxious rats. Okay, let's go for the swing. I was definitely holding A. I'm not sure what I did wrong there. This looks like it's supposed to be something, but I don't know what yet. The tall ones might be foxgloves. That makes sense. Okay. So I can run across here. And possibly jump across to that area. Have to fight a couple of rats and then stormies. The yellow ones look like they could be primroses. Yeah, I've never been to the British Isles, so I don't really know. You know, I grew up reading a lot of British literature, but not with so many pictures. Let's see what happens here. There was that. Okay, so whatever a Jotaz is, they're talking about how it's very, very dangerous. We have a nice little stream here, probably meltwater from the snow. places even in Yorkshire and the Peak District that look a bit like this. Now, can I climb up any of these areas? Not really. What about on this side? Not really letting me grab on. So, guess I'm making my way up here. And the game company is based in Vancouver.
The Jedi is here. You killed them all. Let's go, Zeffo. Jedi's fast.
I am fast. And that's me out of force power.
That feels better. Stim here.
So those commanders with the batons are tough. I have not gotten the hang of their parry timing yet. So that's something I can get through. That's some sort of cave to explore. That one's gonna need the red power later. And there is a bonfire right across that wall run. Oh, BD1 wants to scan something.
I can't push it.
Location marked. Press to open holomap. So we might be getting that red power soon, which it sounds like is force push. Okay, let's see now, and on the map, it doesn't say anything about this, so this is probably a dead end with some kind of loot pickup. Okay, and okay, so slow. Ah, and an enemy?
Mariana, take care of us.
So they definitely took the Dark Souls thing where you can get attacked while you're stuck in an animation. The remains of a villager who died trying to save his family from the Empire. And this is, what, just the dead end? Yeah. Okay, so checking the map. There's a couple of ways forward and a couple of areas I can't access yet. Let's see. Scomp link must be repaired. Let's grab the bonfire because the last one you interacted with is the one that you usually respawn at. Yeah, using real places and Star Warsifying them, I do that a lot when I'm trying to invent new planets and settings and stuff for our writing. I can't tell if my game is lagging out or if there's just some sort of weirdness going on. Okay, there is another way forward after the bonfire, so I probably want to go back and explore that one first. Okay, I'm getting most of a skill point. I definitely don't want to respawn those Stormies yet. Yeah, need to do a bunch of that yourself. Let's see, is there anything interesting up here? Oh, he has some sort of shield, so I have to hit him several times with reflected blaster bolts. Interesting. But okay, I'm just back down here. Why do I still have combat music running? Is that just glitched? Well, that's unnerving. Yeah, my game is definitely lagging.
There's a transport ship leaving the Empire's base.
I heard. They plan to bring Zeffo artifacts to Coruscant.
Does that mean?
That the Emperor is interested in Zeffo? Maybe.
Okay, and then it looks like I probably can't get in here yet.
Villager was wounded, but he took out a trooper.
Evidence of a fight. A stormtrooper helmet left after a struggle with a villager.
Heard what happened to the commander?
Yeah, Skungus got in his quarters somehow. Nearly blew him up.
Rumor has it someone put it there on purpose.
Scomp link must be repaired. Okay, so I think we got everything we can from this little area for now. And obviously we can see that we're going to be touring all these planets again in detail. Now, is that someplace I can get to? And more importantly, could I get back? I mean, it looks like it's just there for atmosphere, but yeah, no, there's an invisible wall that's just for atmosphere. Coruscant? Oh, I think I actually heard, the story I heard anyway, is that Tim spelled it Coruscant, but when they were filming The Phantom Menace, the boy who plays little Anakin couldn't pronounce it consistently, and so they changed it so that he wouldn't, feel like he was messing up the takes, so that everybody would be pronouncing it the way that he was, which I think is kind of sweet. wish the bonfires were more visible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it comes from... I'm pretty sure that where Tim took the name from was like the word coruscating, like when you have energy arcs or something like that. Ooh. Okay, so let's see. We came from that away. We jumped up there and the guy hit us. Now, do we want to go ahead and heal before we head in there, even though it will respawn that guy? I think so. Okay, so now everybody has respawned. So if I stand over here, I should be able to deflect the blaster guys. And then those guys are melee. But their enemy AI does not understand map heights, so he's just standing there waiting for a plunge attack, and then I can fight the other guy and come back up. Sure, if you're just gonna...
Can't run from us. Blast it.
Did I kill him? All I saw was a backflip. I think I killed him. I think if I go after these two rats, I might be able to get another skill point, or just about. Not quite. No, I'm gonna need a few more kills for that. Still, I'm pretty close. The slow-mos are usually kills. Yeah, in Breath of the Wild, when you get a slow-mo, it means you gotta dodge successfully, but you have to spam another button to get the kill or the extra hits that it gives you the option for. Okay, I'm not very dented. Ow. And I still have all my stim packs. Oof. Ouch. I'm not sure how I like the lighter color of the camo pants. They kind of look more muddy. Let's try... Okay, so now, because I'm not up there... Now, did I? Yeah, I took him down. I can see that I got the XP. And now we want to scan him, I assume? Or what did you want to scan, BD? I don't see... I wish his scan range was a little bit longer. I keep not being able to find what he wants me to scan. This is just up above the same area. Now, I can see that rocket trooper from before over there, but he doesn't see me. What do we got in here? Oh, a Stormy, among other things. So do I. Okay, I think my next kill, or the one after, should about get me a skill point. This is going to be jumping along rafters. Which is not too horrendous. He does stick to them pretty consistently. Okay, we'll scan this guy. Heavy assault trooper, and scanning him got us a skill point, which is nice. Shielded, heavy, long-range, rapid-fire weapon capable of sustaining numerous hits. Slow movement, long wind-up before firing, and cooldown period after attack provide opportunities to attack. The heavy assault troopers are specialized infantry serving the Galactic Empire. Okay, now, why isn't it letting me scrolling again? On the front lines of war. They are primarily trained to defend combat zones as support squads to stormtrooper patrols. They are highly proficient with the Z6 rotary blaster cannon, which fires off steady, rapid, long-range bursts capable of inflicting heavy damage, and shielded by a low emitter energy ray. Is that the end of the sentence? It's not letting me scroll, but it looks like there might... Oh, now it's letting me... Yeah, scroll just a titch. I guess that's the end of the sentence. Okay, now that I have a skill point and the bonfire is just a little walk back, I'm going to walk back and spend it. Come on. That was unnecessarily acrobatic, Cal. Okay, skill tree. I could save the skill point for this leaping slash, and I have been kind of spamming my force attack button, so it might be good to save that. Bash was just showing off. It might be good to save until I get another skill point. Or I could take evasive kick or sprint strike. Yeah, I think I'm going to save for the leaping slash, but I'm glad I came back and checked anyway. I'm not going to rest yet because I just have to kill those guys again. Okay, this time I kind of aimed the jumps better. Alrighty. Looks like I'm climbing up that rope. See what we can see from down here. Try not to walk off the edge. Oh, there is a little little crate down there I almost didn't see. But I need to repair the scomp link for that. I'm probably going to wish I like wrote all these down or something, but I'll re-explore all of the planets at the end or some shit. That is a very tall... Oh, that's the statue of the Zeffo that we saw before. But it's hollow, and it's got like an Imperial installation built into the back. That is interesting. Is that an Imperial installation? No, no, not left bumper, left trigger. Or... Okay, I swung. Okay. Alright. I got this far. Let's take another look at the map. Okay, so if I walk across there, we get to kind of the next area. There's nothing I've missed yet, or not that the map showed me. Probably Imperial, yeah, I agree. And aesthetically it looks very Imperial. So this isn't on the map, so... There's probably just a little lore pickup or something right here. Or no, that's a crate. Now this is a different type of rock.
Oh, alright then. What's that, BD1?
New lightsaber sleeve acquired. Elemental Nature 2. Okay. Yeah, this, to me, this looks more like maybe a sandstone. It could, I'm not sure. It could be a quartzite, but it's obviously been carved into this flat shape, so it's hard to tell what the original fracture would be if you were to break it with a rock hammer. It's a very different type of rock than the rest of this, though, so it seems like it might have been either a glacial erratic or brought here by people from another area. Let's see. And down there, I think you can see the... Yeah, I think that's the area we came through. Yeah. Just thinking that looks like sandstone. Yeah, that kind of reddish coloration, red-yellow, you don't really get in a lot of rocks. In a lot of rocks from an area that looks like this. You get a lot more grays. Okay, so I'm gonna have to drop down here. Perfect. And Spider-Man my way along. Anybody looks out these windows, they're gonna just see me. That swing, that looks like I'm supposed to swing onto the glacier and then slide down. Which is certainly a life choice that somebody could make. the Quantox in Somerset. Yeah, glacial erratic seems more likely with that size, although Stonehenge, if I recall, was brought on purpose, they think, because there are so many of the stones. Okay, let's try jumping to this rope and sliding down a glacier. Very short glacier. Now, what in the fuck are these? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there was a rocket trooper around the corner, and now the guys on the bridges across the other glacier have respawned too. Oh, that's interesting, though. Cut. Okay, shortcut unlocked back to the bonfire. So I can drop down there. If I need to, I could drop down there and heal, or if I die here, I can climb right back up. Those are both very useful. Now, I wonder if I can get the attention of those guys while still being in cover from that guy. It seems unlikely. Okay, how are we? Scan you. The stones of Stonehenge are smaller.
Good job.
I do not really have a good sense for the scale of Stonehenge. I've only seen pictures. Rocket launcher trooper. Manipulate and deflect projectiles using the Force. Okay, so once I get my Force push power, which should be pretty soon, I can throw rockets back at him. Trooper will reload after firing, providing time to close the distance and strike. Rocket launcher troopers are specialized stormtroopers serving the Galactic Empire's campaign over the galaxy. Excuse me. These deadly soldiers are armed with an RPS-6 smart rocket launcher, a long-range weapon that's incredibly difficult to deflect. Trained to eliminate insurgent activity, diminish uprisings, and quell dissent, they provide an effective means of ground support. Although menacing, their weapon must be reloaded after every shot, allowing targets to evade or attack. Whew. I guess those guys just didn't see me. I am now at half health, but if I go down to the bonfire, obviously he will respawn, so I'll just heal. Another dark area. Ooh. Imperial facility. Let me check the map before we go any farther. So we slid down there, and I suspect that this door goes out to the line of red things that were poking in and out of the cliff that I was like, I'm gonna die so much trying to platform across those. So they're complaining about the goats.
In accordance with the Emperor's will, we've occupied Zeffo, redistributing its inhabitants. This planet has failed to yield significant data or relics for Project Augur. Its electromagnetic winds have rendered the useless. Meanwhile, more stormtroopers lose their lives to dangerous fauna. We will not be able to fulfill our directive here. It is my recommendation that we disband the project and leave a token outpost to keep scavengers from stealing our technology.
Project Augur. And we just get a printout of everything that he said. So that's new and interesting. We are uncovering much lore here. Project Augur is probably a superweapon, because do the Imperials ever do anything else? That doesn't even look interactable. The stormtroopers are having a bad time. Yeah, pretty much.
Something moving over there. I'm taking point on this pursuit. Contact on target. Feeling hurt? Talk all you want. I only need a few hits. Just doing my job.
Those guys are really tough. Don't think the imps do anything other than super weapons, diseases, and brainwashing. Parry stronger enemies multiple times to stagger them. Yeah, I am trying. Ow. So there's some sort of big blue brute that I haven't met yet. But now I have full health and stim packs to climb up my shortcut there and make further progress through the area. And then there's going to be this rocket guy and a rat at the same time.
I see you!
Okay, did I get everything this time? I think so. So, into this facility again. And then it was the guy at the exit here that killed us, I think. Yeah. Man, I am already down to half health.
Appreciate it.
So this guy, I have to get the hang of his timing and block him several times to stagger him before I attack.
Incoming! Betcha! We're all doomed! You and me now. Take this. Spot on.
Yee! I kind of saw what I did that time. Also, I'm halfway to another skill point already.
Hey now. So what was in there?
New lightsaber switch acquired. Duty and resolve. Yeah, and that's those fucking things. I'm not going to enjoy those one bit. Oh, and this is going to be a slide down and grab the rope in midair. I hate platforming. Okay, let's see. So the bonfire is just back there. We got past a couple of these guys. And now we slide down here, swing across, and I don't really... I am not entirely sure where I'm going to land on the other side, so this should be fun. Good luck. Better me than you, huh? Okay, so slide, jump, and jump slightly too soon off the rope and miss. Okay. Well, I'm trying. That's better. Okay, it looks like these things can be slowed. I'll have to jump. There's nowhere to stand, so I will have to, I think, jump twice. I might be able to jump up onto that thing, I'm not sure. The controller vibration is very much constant right here. Now I remember I can pause multiple things at once. I can't quite tell if I can stand on top of the thingamajigget for that second one, but I think I'm more likely supposed to be jumping up to where that force echo is. So, let's see. If I slow the first one as soon as it comes out, and fail to make the long jump. I forgot I had to hold A because I was so distracted by everything else. Okay, don't know where I was supposed to go from there. Maybe onto that thing? Because I definitely was not making that jump up to the force echo yet. Maybe up onto that red thing? Doesn't look very climbable. Take a look at where the pulverizers come from. Because the one I can see the top of doesn't look very standable on. Oh, is there a cave back there? Well, let's take a look. Okay. And that looks more like slate than anything else we've seen yet. What is the lighting here? I can see a crate. I can see that I'm going to get very smashed when I try to go to get the crate. Unless... Okay, for right now I have to slow these while they're out so that I can run past. Got that one. Now, if it stays slowed for that long, I can possibly get the crate. Yeah. New lightsaber material acquired, Durasteel. So we do have Durasteel in this continuity. Good God, is that a wall run area next to the... Good God. I can't even see a safe area to stand on the other side of this one. I am so gonna get flattened. My hands are so sweaty. I am going to go and check the thermostat because I think it's probably just the controller rumble making my hands sweaty. But, you know, the last time the thermostat was at some ridiculous number, so I am going to go look. I'll be right back. Okay, thermostat's fine. I'm just going to take a quick break now that I stood up, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Let me tab out and get the proper break information put up. There we go. Okay, be back shortly. Okay, I am back. Oop. We will, I guess, find out, possibly, what happens to my XP if I die to environmental damage. Because I'm going to try slowing that thing and looking at what happens when it goes out. Okay, there seems to be a wall run area, but there doesn't seem to be a way at like the end of it. And I don't know if I can climb up on this thing while it's slowed and then wall run. Dear God, that seems like an adventure. What was I saying? Right, in a true like Dark Souls game, Souls-like, Soulsborne, you whenever you die, you just drop your XP on the ground in kind of a pile, whether you die to environmental damage or enemies, and then you can come back for it and pick it up without fighting anything. I mean, obviously the things around will be aggroed, so you can fight them, but also, if you die while fighting them again before you pick it up, it despawns forever. So, I have not yet found out what happens if I die while an enemy has my XP in this game. I really do not know what I'm going to do here. My best guess is possibly to try to get on top of it, but that seems very dangerous. Yeah, no, I can't jump that high. I am fairly stumped. There's a platform above the pulverizer. Slow it and trust the process. So, slow it, wall run, and probably automatically pathfind up. At least I hope so. And I died, or at least got smashed slightly. I definitely hit slow though. This is not working. Neither of those helped, and now I am slightly dead. I have not grasped the process. Unless I'm supposed to grab the back end of it with left trigger? It doesn't look like something that I could grab with that. Look at his hair blowing every time the thing comes back here. Yeah, it's not like I can really get on top of it. I mean, I can try the wall run again. That helped nothing. I do not know. I am stuck. I can't seem to wall run up far enough to get above it. This is frustrating. Yeah, I think I need more help. I am stumped. It's nice to have someone to ask, though, instead of just having to look up a walkthrough, because those give so many details. I'll have to wall run and jump on top. I am not getting the timing for that. I'm not even seeing where there is timing for that. Okay.
The Empire's pinpointed your location. You need to move fast.
On it.
Really? I did correctly spot this bonfire at any rate. Okay, so I exist. I have a skill point available. I'm down to 2 stim packs. Let's rubberneck just a tad and see what's next. Double rope swing into Imperials. And another rope swing into more Imperials after that. Very nice Niagara Falls extended version. Okay, yeah, let's save here. Gonna go ahead and rest since I am past the enemies that were there before. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and pack up the stream here. I think I definitely need some dinner. Thank you for the help, Jabber. I was not going to figure that one out by myself. Okay, so yeah, I'll get dinner. I'll be in the Discord, and we'll figure out whether, when or whether I'm gonna stream some more tonight after I see how I feel. But thank you all for hanging out. It was really fun. I enjoyed it. I will possibly be back later. Yay, dinner.